Hi, I'm Annie Evans, and I am the daughter of an immigrant from Lebanon and an American. I'm speaking to you today from Nacotchtank land, also known as Virginia. My family story begins in Beirut, where my parents met. They were teaching at the American University, or AUB. During the time that my parents were there, the American president of AUB was murdered, and after that, my parents decided to leave. And it wasn't an easy process for them. They arrived in Boston, where my aunt and uncle on my mom's side were already living. Things were hard for them for a while. My parents had to really learn to navigate many aspects of the American life for the first time. My dad had lived abroad for a long time, and so they both had to learn the culture, the legal system, the healthcare system together. Despite these challenges, though, my family found people who accepted and valued us. In my hometown, my parents were able to find a small community of immigrant families from Western and Southern Asia. And this community was like family to me growing up. They supported me in school plays, and they gave to fundraisers, encouraged my education. Many of them were community leaders themselves, talented doctors, medical doctors, or professors at the local colleges. Most of them were Muslim, and although my family was Christian, we were always invited to attend Ramadan parties with them every year and share their wonderful cooking. My mom has been a leader in every community that she's ever been a part of. In Lebanon, she worked for the Lebanese Red Cross to collect blood during the war. I've heard her tell stories of doing a blood drive while being shot at like it was nothing. She currently teaches English as a second language at a local employment skills center where many of her students are immigrants. My mom is also president of the Residents Association of the retirement home that my parents live in. And through this position, she has really worked tirelessly to help her fellow residents stay connected through this pandemic. Now I work in public health, and every day I live the principles of service and community my mom taught me. I know that I have two identities, and that's okay. I was born American, and I have a duty to serve my community and do what I can for those around me. And I commit myself every day to fighting to uphold the values of equity and justice that this country was founded on, both in my work and my personal life. But my Lebanese identity is truly integral to who I am. I am strong, I am resilient, I am persistent, and I work hard. I love food, I love to eat, I love my community, I love nature and history, and these traits are assets that come from my background, but I bring them to my work and those around me every day, and they benefit from them. It gives me a lot of hope to see other stories of immigrants and their children proudly embracing their culture in an American context. In looking to the future, I think that there are a few important points that we have to accept and act on. First, anyone who is not Indigenous is not an original inhabitant of this land. Second, this country was built on the backs of enslaved people forced to immigrate against their will, as well as hopeful immigrants who came here looking for opportunities. America was built on the values of equity and justice, but we haven't always acted on them. It's my hope for the future that we can openly talk about these inequities and work together to form a more perfect union. Reparations, authentic acknowledgement of current and past issues, as well as celebrations of the many accomplishments of these different groups, are essential first steps to that process. I really want to be part of a solution where we can learn to uphold the promises that this nation was built on for the people that are its backbone.